sorry. This is so lame, but editing has been a nightmare for me lately because I would edit something and then I'm like, oh no, I gotta go back to the drawing board. So I'm so sorry. This is lame, but I've tested it. I did a draft a little bit yesterday. So it should work. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. I'm not very confident. My mom's being my cheerleader, like, oh, you can do this, Billon. Yay. But we'll see how I go. Anyway, besides that, we're going to talk about the Little Mermaid's box of Australia. Ooh, we've got some good stuff to talk about here. So let's get started. So it looks like Peter Pan and Wendy might be a little bit better than the Little Mermaid. I know people don't like Peter Pan and Wendy, which is a shame because I really liked the movie. I thought it was very fresh and different for Disney to do in a live action remake because they kind of do sometimes they do a shot for shot remake like The Lion King, like I said before. And also, they add some different stuff in it. So we'll see how this goes at Disney Plus. So yes. Anyway, so the budget for The Little Mermaid is $250 million, which isn't a lot, which explains the terrible CGI we've been getting. Disney has released some music from The Little Mermaid. I've seen it, and I'm like, why is the CGI so good in the movie, but not so good in the trailers or in the TV spots that we've got? That's just insane. Why is that? I don't know. The promotional for the ad campaigning, if I can say that right, and the promotional stuff has been a bit of a draft, if you get what I mean. So yeah, this is another movie that was filmed during the pandemic as well. And you can see from one of the music clips that they showed, you can tell it's during the pandemic as well. So the box office made $328 million. Ooh, that's so bad. That's really bad for a live action remake because you think they want to go higher than that, but unfortunately, this is not going to make it to $1 billion. I had a feeling, because I'll talk about it later on, but I had a feeling this movie wouldn't succeed so well during the controversy of Halle Bailey, which we'll discuss later on. So that might have something to do with it as well. So all these live action remakes made $1 billion at the box office, which is insane. So you got Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King made over $1 billion. That is insane. Ooh, there's a lot of a lot of money cash for Disney. But these movies were part of the Disney Renaissance, so I'm not surprised it would have made it to $2 billion. I wasn't hopeful that wasn't going to make it to $1 billion, but you can see from a lot of articles I've seen online, it's just not going to make it to $1 billion. It's not. $1 billion's still good, but you want your movie to do successfully really well. So unfortunately, that's not the case here. So yeah, sorry, it's a shame, but I think Disney is showing them the foot saying, uh-oh, we've messed up this Little Mermaid. So we'll see what they come up with. We'll see what they do. So yeah, let's talk about Halle Bailey. Now, there's been a lot of controversy with Halle Bailey's casting as Ariel, like I said in my last previous video, as well as some of during the trailer reactions I did as well. And I feel like the internet sort of exploded when her announcement was cast because I think people were like, oh, you're race baiting a Little Mermaid? Why on earth would you do that? She's perfect the way he is. Because Ariel from the original is so iconic. And the problem is, if you take an iconic character and you kind of race bend that, you kind of, change some of the things. I heard they changed some of the lyrics in the songs. Like, what? Why on earth would you do that to Little Mermaid? The music is so iconic and such a classic as well. You think to yourself, this is such a classic, why would you mess this up for a live action movie? So apparently they did. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, but I think sort of the internet exploded when she was announced. Race bending the character, it's good and bad. Sometimes it can be really good to race bend characters, sometimes it can't be that great. And I would prefer if they just made an original character instead of just race bending and copying and pasting these diverse characters into movies. And plus, when you think about it, Disney has diverse princesses. Tiana's a black African American. What the heck, Disney? So, yeah, you gotta think they have different princesses for different cultures like South Asia, Polynesian, all the others, but they just decided to race bend this character. I have no idea why. So yeah, also controversy has kind of hurt the movie as well into advance due to Halle Bailey's very interesting casting choice. And people have been vocal about it, but no matter what you do, you're not always going to please others. So if I was Halle Bailey, I would just ignore all the controversy stuff because it's really going to make her think, should I've taken the Little Mermaid role or not? You know, people aren't happy with me, so she should be thinking that in the head, like, why did they cast me as Ariel again? So yeah, so I would be very careful if I was Halle Bailey going online and seeing all these racist comments because people unfortunately are hating on this movie. There's a lot of hate towards it, and I've heard. I was on Twitter and I was looking at the comments and I'm not seeing this movie. Like people are dismissing this movie. So it just goes to show you that people are really interested in live action remakes. I mean, was the first live action remake Maleficent? Like, first off, Maleficent was like, wow, this is amazing. And they continued and they're like, with the Little Mermaid. So I'd be like, Disney, you really got to be careful what you put out there because some people might not agree. So, like I said, I know people have spoken out, but like I said, no matter what you do, it's not going to help the situation at all. So I would just ignore all the controversy stuff and just ignore everything. That's the best you can do instead of getting actors and directors involved. So and that kind of makes the situation a little bit worse when you think about it. Now, I can see where people are coming from. I mean, she looks like the Little Mermaid, kind of. I saw an image of her with the original Little Mermaid. I can see why people are a bit, she's our Ariel. She is a princess, and I think this is the first time Disney has cast someone who looks like the Disney princess from the film, even though she's a color actress, of course. So you're gonna play that into question. But she does look like Ariel. She might not have the big eyes like Ariel does. So yeah, so I'm nervous. I don't know how acting chops are like. We've heard a scene. I've heard a scene, but is it acting good? I don't know. We'll discuss that when I'll see the movie for sure. But when I saw Under the Sea, I actually hated that song. To be honest with you, the live action. I was like, what? I hated this version. I had to re-cleanse myself last night and watch the original Little Mermaid Under the Sea. I'm like, Under the Sea, because I'm like, why? Yeah, it's just going to show you people like the original more, I guess, in a way. Now, do I see Little Mermaid making a huge splash on Disney Plus? I don't know. I mean, with all the controversy surrounding this movie, I think this movie would sort of be forgotten. And like I said, there's been live action movies before, like Pinocchio and Peter Pan and Wendy, but there hasn't been any talk about it or hype about those movies. So I'm kind of nervous if this is another live action movie that won't get people hyped. I mean, first of all, it's really popular, but now it's just gone exploded in Disney's face, kind of. So yeah. So you gotta wonder that as well. And also, I just don't know. I mean, it could go two ways. It could be successful, like a huge success for Disney Plus, or it could be like another Mulan situation. Hey, I love the live action Mulan. There's nothing wrong with the live action Mulan. I loved it. But I think that, I don't know, that movie also had controversy. I don't know where the controversy came from on that movie, made from China. But I still love that movie. I saw it with my mum a while ago, like, wow, when she saw it, like, wow, this is better than what I expected. Because, I mean, it's such a good movie, Mulan, so, So we'll see. So I feel like this is going to be a forgotten movie, and people are going like, oh, do you remember the Little Mermaid? Do you remember that terrible Little Mermaid remake? Let's not talk about that. So, what do you think of the Little Mermaid? Will you watch this on Disney Plus? Do you think Disney's sort of running out of ideas? Let me know in the comments, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get more updates. Also, you can follow me on TikTok, and also you can follow me on Instagram.